As of 3rd July 2020, 5,25,511 died in the whole planet from coronavirus, while 61,94,640 have recovered and 43,38,515 are currently infected. Having made the top news stories for around the whole planet, many may wonder why a vaccine for this virus hasn't been made yet. Of course, the simple answer would be that it's difficult. So, this is the 10th episode of What Happens to Make It Difficult. To begin with, normally the viruses mutate very quickly when it is made up of ribonucleic acid or the RNA as the genetic material exists on a single strand. Unlike the double-stranded DNA, it easily gets cut up and remixed if it is broken. This enables for the virus to mutate quickly, which means that any cures or any vaccine made for the specific RNA may quickly become obsolete. So far, the coronavirus seems fairly stable, but it is going to acquiring the mutations like all viruses do. Some genetic changes have been spotted in the virus's protein spikes, which are the basis for the most vaccines. If the spike protein mutates too much, the antibodies produced by any vaccine will effectively be out of date and might not bind the virus to prevent the infections. A chief concern is that coronavirus do not tend to trigger any long-lasting immunity. About a quarter of common colds are caused by the human coronavirus, but the immune response fades so rapidly that the people can become reinfected a very next year. In the rush to develop a vaccine, there are now more than 100 in development. Safety must remain priority. This means scientists will have to check extremely careful for the sign of dangerous side effects. During the search of SARS vaccine in 2004, scientists found that one candidate caused by hepatitis. Another serious concern is antibody-induced enhancement, where the antibodies produced by a vaccine actually make future infections worse. The effect caused a serious lung damage in animals. Given experimental vaccine for both severe acute respiratory syndrome and the Middle East respiratory syndrome. In fact, even the vaccine formulation successfully proposed without causing any side effects, still we don't get the vaccine by tomorrow or within a month. Vaccines generally take many years to reach the market, as they must go through 6 developmental steps, including 3-phase clinical development stage. This means that by the time an effective vaccine has been developed and approved as safe to use, at the time the emergency may have blown over. Vaccines are simple in principle but complex in practice. More than 30 years after scientists isolated HIV, the virus that causes acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, that means the AIDS, but still we have no proper vaccine till today. The dengue fever virus was identified in 1943, but the first vaccine was approved only the last year. And the fastest vaccine ever developed on this planet Earth was for mumps, and it took 4 years. For 100% sure we need a vaccine, but concentrating all our fundings, efforts and resources into a vaccine and drug research may turn out to be a costly mistake in both healthcare and economy. A poorly planned lockdowns only kills the economy, not the coronavirus. With or without the lockdown, we know the graph of this deadly coronavirus. So it's better to follow the non-drug interventions like wearing masks, using hand sanitizer and maintaining the proper social distancing is the only thing to control ourselves from this killer coronavirus. Until then, stay home, stay safe. Only if you don't want the virus to die.